YouTube, what's happening? It is Sunday, September 29th, and we have made it. This is the last day of the MLB regular season. There are 15 games today, and it's the last time I'll be able to say that until what, April of next year? So this is, yeah, we made it. So we have 15 games. Most of them don't matter. We know this by now. A few do matter. A few matter a lot for seeding because let's look at the standings real quick. We can see New York has clinched the actual best record. Other than that, all the divisions are set for everywhere. Dodgers got the best record in the NL. The main thing that matters is wild card, and it's really just seeding because we know Detroit and KC's here, but it's all about seeding who's going to play who starting Tuesday. And for the NL, we still got the three teams fighting for the two spots, with Atlanta being up one game on New York and Arizona because they both lost 3 in 2 games recently. So neither team's trying to get the playoffs. So yeah, so we'll go over the games like usual. Again, most games are going to be passes unless it's something that actually matters for the playoffs. We might look at a proper 2. Who knows? We looked at Paul Skeens yesterday thinking, oh, it's Paul Skeens' last start in New York. What's going to happen? He pitched 2 damn innings and they pulled him. Like, what? Whatever. So let's go ahead. We're going to fly through this. It's a quick one. So let's jump to that first game right now. All right, Pittsburgh and the Yankees. This one does matter. New York is already set. They have the best record in the AL. They have clinched that up. So numbers, you can see what they're doing. If you really want to bet games like this, I don't know why, but hey, if you do, have fun. Great. I'm personally waiting for them playoffs to start. So, but there's your numbers. We can pop over and look at some numbers, see who's favored. 188 New York, 8.5 is your total. Let's pop over here and look at who's pitching because that matters. Falter versus Schmidt. You can see what they have been up to recently. There you go. I'll show numbers for everything, even if I'm not betting it like I always do. That way you can see it and make decisions if you want to bet this game or not. So those are your numbers there. Pop back here. That's Pittsburgh, New York. Next. Second, we got St. Louis and San Fran. Again, this game doesn't matter. I'm not betting it, but I'll show everything for you. You can see the numbers, how they've been up to, what they've been doing. Let's look at some odds real quick. We can see San Fran's 122 with a total of 8. Let's look at some pitching. We have McGreevy, cool name, going out there. You can see what he's been up to. There's his numbers. And we pull up Bird Song for San Fran. There's his numbers. There you go. You get to see it. Cool. That is St. Louis and San Francisco. Next. All right, next up, Philadelphia and Washington. This one doesn't matter. Philly is locked into the 2 spot now because of in the playoff seeding, which we shall show you here. We can see that, move this over here. I come over here back to standings, or we're already there. Philly's won the division, but LA is already locked up the best. They've clinched the best record. So Philly is your 2 seed, cannot be changed. So going back to this information, there you go. This game means literally nothing for Philly now. Maybe just some practice for postseason play next week. You can see that. Let's look at the odds. It is Philly 165, 7.5 is your total. Let's come back over here. Pitchers, we got Aaron Nola going out there. You can see what he's been up to and how he has done. And then we have Jake Irvin going out there for Washington. There you go. You get to see the numbers. And that would be Philadelphia versus Washington. Next. Game 4 is Tampa and Boston. Both teams got eliminated earlier this week, so this game matters to neither of them. You can see what they've been up to. Let's look at the odds so we can show those off. Where are they? Am I blind? I think I am blind. Oh, no, it's the first one. Tampa 110, 8.5 is your total. Got it. Found it. Let's look at who's pitching for this one. We got Pepio going out there for Tampa. You can see what he's been up to. Pretty good numbers recently. And Priester is going out there for first time since, was that July? Okay, welcome back. All right. So do with that what you will. So looking back over here, here are the numbers again. Have fun with that. Next, Texas and LA Angels. You can see the numbers. Both teams have been eliminated. Nothing matters in this game to anyone. Let's pop over to some odds. Let me show you what the odds are. We can see it's 160 for Texas with an 8 total. Let's pop over here. It's not YouTube pitching. It is Evaldi and JK. Okay, Evaldi. You can see, we'll see what he's been up to. Ugh, that game was terrible, but you can see the numbers. All right. And for Mr. JK, there's his numbers. Good stuff. So if you want to bet this game, here's the numbers. Have fun. Next. All right, Miami and Toronto. Miami's offense has just been teeing off on Toronto in the past couple of games, so you can see the information there. Let's look over at the odds. We have Toronto 155 with a 7.5 total. Let's see who's pitching. That is going to be right there. Weathers versus undecided. That's always fun, not knowing who's pitching. It's the last day of work. How do you not know who's showing up to pitch? Anyways, Weathers, there's Weathers' numbers. Enjoy. He's pitched 2 games since June. So if you want to bet this game, there you go. There's your numbers. Good luck. Have fun. Next up, Dodgers in Colorado. Dodgers have locked up the NL best record, so there's nothing they can do to change that. They're number 1. They're the best you can be. All these number 1s, their offense has been absolutely amazing in the past 2 weeks. So, yeah, let's look at some odds. This game does not matter. I expect a lot of resting happening. I could be wrong, but what I expect. 140 for LA, 11 is your total. Let's look at some pitchers. We have Anthony Banda versus Ryan Felder. Who is Banda? That's the first time I heard that one. Okay, he's a bullpen guy. Makes sense. The last game of the season, it's a bullpen. That just makes sense. Feltner is going out there for Colorado. You see Feltner's numbers. Okay. So there are your numbers. If you want to bet this one, have fun. Next, we got Oakland and Seattle. Both teams have been eliminated. It does not matter. We see what they have been up to with their numbers. Pretty good numbers on Seattle runs recently, but the rest of it is kind of, Let's look at some odds over here. We have, where is it? There is Oakland. Seattle's 170 with a 7 total. Cool. Let's come back over here. We see it's Mitch Spence versus Logan Gilbert. Let's look at what they've been up to. There's your numbers for Mitch Spence. Pretty decent. Actually, pretty good numbers for the whole month. And Gilbert. Let's look at Gilbert. That's what Gilbert's been up to. Not as good as Spence. So if you want to bet this game, Oakland, Seattle, there you go. There's your numbers. Have fun. Next up, Baltimore, Minnesota. Minnesota got eliminated a couple days ago. Baltimore, I believe, is locked in their spot. Let's look. We want this. Let's go standings. Baltimore has clinched the wild card, and they are 5 games up in Detroit. Yeah, the Baltimore gets the best wild card seed. Baltimore should be playing the worst AL. Let's look. Not sure exactly how they're playing, but I think they should be playing Houston, but I could be wrong. So I don't know. We'll see how it shakes out in a minute. But yeah, they can't move their seed. They're the best wild card seed. So looking at the numbers, they can't change anything, but they've been pretty decent. Looks like they're still trying, which is always nice. Let's look at some odds. You got Twins 165 with a 7.5 on your total. Let's look at pitching. Who's throwing the ball to them? Let's see. This is Baltimore. We got Suarez versus Odubert. And we can look at what they've been up to. Here is Suarez's numbers. And let's look at Bradley Obert's numbers. There is Obert. 12 strikeouts. Damn. Okay. So yeah, there's the numbers. I'm not touching this game. There's no need. There's nothing here for me. So there's the numbers. You want to bet this one? Next. All right. Mets in Milwaukee. Something with a little bit of something to it. So the Mets are still trying to get the playoffs. Well, they're trying. They're sucking at it, but they're trying. Offense just fell to the roof. Milwaukee is just like, nah. You shall not pass. You ain't getting the playoffs. Not with me here. So Milwaukee is actively trying to not let the Mets in. So, and they're doing a good job at it. So let's look at some odds. This game matters. Look excited now. All right. We got 120 for New York with an 8 total. And let's look and see who's pitching. It is David Peterson versus Colin Ray. Okay. Your numbers have been okay-ish. Not bad. Not that bad. Colin Ray, what are your numbers been like? Outside of the San Francisco game, you've been pretty... Now, you only pitched 1.1, 2.2. Your numbers getting lower. Obviously, reducing for the playoffs. That makes sense. Do they sweep the Mets? That's the main question I ask. Do they complete the sweep? That's the main thing. The Mets should be trying, but the Mets are so bad right now. I almost want to take Milwaukee. It looks like they're trying to keep the Mets out, doesn't it? So, but the Mets are 120. Ooh, I cannot take New York. I'll take Milwaukee to complete the sweep and just make things a little more complicated. So we'll take Milwaukee to win the game. Actually, let's not do that. Let's do a little something. Let's do something else. Milwaukee, the Mets offense is so bad. Let's pop over to Outlier. Let's open this up. Let's go team props. Let's go Mets team total. What's the under? What's the best number? 4.5 is 137. We'll go with that. We're gonna fade the New York Mets offense so they can win 1-0. They can win. I don't see how, but hey, I'll see under four. If I can type 4.5 team total. Yeah, we'll go with that. Under 4.5. That's minus 137. Hey, whatever. It's whatever. I'm taking it. So right there, good stuff. Next up, White Sox in Detroit. I don't believe Detroit can move at all. Let's take a look. Let's come back over here. You two can go away. Let's look at some standings. Wild card. Yeah, Detroit's technically, them and KC, they have not officially set where they're going to be. So I guess this today does kind of matter for Detroit and KC. Detroit's up though, so I don't know what the tiebreaker is between them two. So, based on this, they're playing the White Sox and they lost yesterday, which, I mean, what? But whatever. They don't care. When Chicago definitely doesn't care. So, this one I'm not going to play. It's going to be a pass, but I will show the numbers. Let's go back to the odds. We come down. Where is it at? White Sox. Do I not have White Sox odds? What the? Do we not have pitchers? Like, what's going on here? Like, okay, let's look at pitchers at least. Okay, Cannon versus undecided. So I literally don't have odds, which means I don't have props, so I don't know who's favored. What? Okay. Well, eventually there might be some odds. So if you want to bet this, here's Cannon, here's his numbers, here's what he has been up to. We do not know who's pitching for Detroit. It's Detroit, not surprising. They're good. They do that a lot. So if you want to bet this, have fun. I'm passing. Next. All right, Houston and Cleveland. I do believe that this game still doesn't matter because of the standings, because neither team, the wild card, they both locked up their seeds, and 92 and 88, yeah, they can't change their seeds. Cleveland is the 2 seed, Houston is the 3 seed, so this matters literally nothing to nobody. Yeah, rest your dudes. That's all that matters here. So get ready for Tuesday. Let's see. We come over here. Do we have odds? Do I have odds? Another game. Oh, there it is. It was hidden way up here. 170 for Cleveland, 7.5. Okay. And we see who's going to pitch today. So that's going to be Gusto and Sandlin. All right. Okay. Ryan Gusto has making his major league debut because he has 0 stats and no game log so far. That's fun. And then Sandlin, you can see he is a bullpen guy. So this is a fun matchup for a Sunday. Absolute shit show. So if you want to bet this game, there's the stats. Have fun. Next. Game 13, San Diego and Arizona. A game that matters. Ooh, right. Arizona's trying, but San Diego's actively not letting them do much. So they've lost 2 in a row to San Diego now. Let's see what the odds are for this one. It's, there it is. We Arizona 188 with a 9 total. Okay, cool. Let's see who's pitching. For this one is going to be Martin Perez and Brendan Pfaadt. So, Martin, his numbers are been pretty decent. And Brandon here has been all over the place. I just don't like this. Yeah, not the pitcher you want to go out there if you're trying to make the playoffs. Dude's been all, I mean, yeah, So, based on everything, their offense is mid. They're trending down. Let's take a team prop. That was good. I don't want to take Arizona to win. I'm just not feeling it. Sue and March is pretty good. So we're going to fade the Arizona offense. We're going to do it again. We'll see how that works today. So let's come up here. We're going to go here. Team props, Zona, under. Ooh, I can go 4.5 or plus 105, or I could be a little scared and go 5.5. And I'm going to be a little scared because why not? Scared money don't make money, and I ain't trying to make money today. I'm trying to survive. So we're going to go Arizona under 5. We'll go 4.5. We'll keep it consistent with the Mets. So both games are under team total 4.5. We're going, they don't care. Pitchers decent. We'll go with that. Arizona under 4.5 team total. Next. All right. KC and Atlanta, game 14. Atlanta's on a 5-game winning streak. Even though their offense is trending downward, it doesn't matter when you're playing Kansas City, whose offense just stays down. There is no trend. It's just down. So let's look at the odds. Let's go back to the numbers. Come down. Where is Atlanta? Oh, there it is. 238 with a 8.5. Use that. Let's look at this. You two can go away. So we know on the standings, just check it out again real quick on the wild card. Atlanta is one game up on New York and Arizona. So they are still trying, which they still have. They have 2 games tomorrow against the Mets, so they've already scheduled. So they haven't fully locked up anything, but they do have a 1-game lead now, which is nice. So, and the way they're playing, I gotta take them to win. The way that's how they're doing in KC. So, 238 is kind of crazy though. I'm gonna be, well, hell, let's look at pitchers. That might help my decision a little bit if I knew who's throwing the ball to him. It's KC. And I just realized there is no, let me come over here. There is no Sunday night baseball. Like every game is up until 3:20. That's fun. Like literally. All right. Who needs Sunday night baseball when you got Sunday night football? So, all right. Every game starts between 3 and 3:20. Oh, I get it because it's the last day of the season and it makes it where everybody tries. Yeah, that doesn't work. But hey, whatever. Marsh. Let's look at your numbers. That's what you've done. And Charlie Moulton, this is your numbers. This is what you've done. I'm taking Atlanta. I'm taking Atlanta on the run line today. We're going to have a little fun. We're going to go ATL minus 1.5 because I don't want to pay that 2-something juice. And KC's terrible right now, even though they're in the playoffs, they're terrible. And they're not. They could technically improve their spot, but I ain't buying it. So we'll take Atlanta run line 1.5 in this one just because. Terrible. So we'll do that. And next up, Cincinnati, Chicago, or last up, all the games at the same time, I just realized. So Cincy's wonderful offense is going out there. So this game, both teams are eliminated. This game does not matter, but for those that do, I will cover it. We see, you can't see it because it cut off, but Cincy's 120 with a 7 total. Let's look at the pitchers. It's not you two, go away. It is Hunter Green, awesome, and Caleb Killian, okay. We know Hunter Green, he came back finally and it was only 3 innings, but still pitched pretty damn good. And Caleb Killian, yeah, the one time you pitched, it was not good. So if you're looking to bet this one, there's your information. Have fun. That's it. That's it. All 15 games broken down. You can see literally every game is at the same time today, which I did not notice till like the last game, but hey, whatever. Most games didn't matter. I did come up with 3 plays though. New York, Arizona, both team total unders, and then Arizona 1.5. That way I got 3 plays today on games that actually something matters in there. So when we have the playoffs Tuesday, well, we'll have a video tomorrow. As long as Atlanta and Mets are playing a doubleheader, I'll make I might make a video. I might not. I might just put a post on Twitter or something. But outside of that, we definitely be back for some playoffs. That's for damn sure. And we're going heavy in the playoffs. We're going to have breakdowns, the full breakdown. We're looking at props, team props. We're going deeper than we usually do. So if you're here for that, yeah, we'll see you on Tuesday when the playoffs are, because we're going to be digging deep on these games because the games are going to matter again. Some of these games haven't mattered for almost a month now for some of these teams. So appreciate you being here. Drop a like, subscribe. We'll see you tomorrow.